Hello YouTubers, it's Championdjk coming at you again with another video, and today we got a mail find. We're looking at an E-Type Jag here. This is something I got in the mail in the past from Travis, Heavy Metal 164. Most of you guys probably know him. Most of you guys probably subscribe to his channel and follow him on Instagram. If you do not, definitely give him a follow if you want to see some amazing diecast, because he definitely likes to get the premium stuff. So he sent me this a while ago, and then I got a box from him again today in the mail, and I knew what some of it was. So some of it is trade, some of it is REOK, all of it is awesome, and he even gave me like a couple pieces as like trade bait, so that's kind of cool too, because he knew probably, he asked me if I wanted them, and I said, I mean, I'd take them, but I would probably trade them anyway, and I'll show you those in a minute. But first we're going to start with this. So now I've gotten that Kyosho from him in the past, and now I got this. So what is this? This is actually a Greenlight E-Type Jag, which I guess you could call it a Greenlight. It is Greenlight. It's the Motor World Greenlight. So I think these were only released, I want to say twice, 2 or 3 times in the Greenlight Motor World lineup, very early on. This one has plastic tires and plastic rims, but they look very good. It's got painted detail for the headlights. It's got some painted detail back here for taillights as well. It's kind of a it's not really red. It looks maybe more red. Let me get it off the camera here once. I mean, it is kind of red, but under this light, it's got kind of this orangish red sort of look to it. I'm sure under a softer light, it would look more red. But it does look very cool. Very nice little printing right there, little pad printing. So this is a Greenlight Tooling that I was missing. Well, technically, I guess it's a high-speed casting or a Malibu International 164 scale piece, but this was released under the Greenlight Motor World name, and it in my quest of getting all the Greenlight Toolings, this was one that needed to be checked off. So very cool, and it's not very far off from the Kyosho. Now the Kyosho does look a little bit different. Notably, it sits a little higher up. It's not as squished down. These might be different years, maybe. Just this one just says Jaguar E-Type. This one says Jaguar E-Type 164 scale. I'm guessing this one's a little bit truer to 164 scale, but really they are about the same length as each other. The Kyosho definitely looks better. It's got rubber tires. It's got better looking wheels. It's got better looking details. It's got the lens detail up front. But this thing is no slouch either, and it does look very awesome, and I'm super glad to have it. So thank you very much, Travis, for helping me out with that. He's helped me out with a few. Just for giggles, I decided to get out a couple more E-Type Jags. Here's the Matchbox. The Matchbox one is pretty cool. It's a little bit larger than 164 scale. It is in 161 scale, and it's a 1961 Jaguar. So there's that one. That one you've probably found in a 5-pack at your local stores. I suppose it's considered a sapphire gem. But there that one is. And then Johnny Lightning's closest answer to that would be this right here. This is an older release. Johnny Lightning, not a round 2 release. Of a Jaguar convertible. Playing Mantis stamped into the bottom there. This one does sport a opening hood, which is pretty sweet. Other than that, it's definitely not as cool as these other ones, and it's a lot longer, it's a lot bigger, so I would say this is probably closer to almost 155 scale. But there it is again. That's the first car out of the box. So we just took a look at some E-Type Jags. Really enjoy it. Thanks again. Next, we got 2 green machines. So this is what I was talking about when he said he sent me some trade bait. These are, I'm probably not going to keep. I'm probably going to end up trading these away. But pretty cool. Greeny. I don't know what the number is on that one. This is from Greenlight Hollywood Series 20. It is a cool looking green machine though. It's a really cool looking truck. I just don't need the tooling, and I probably won't keep this. There's a chance I will, but probably won't. And then this one too. This 1969 Ford Mustang Boss 429 Series 18. John Wick. Pretty neat. And then let's get into the other 3 cars. So this one here, this Mercedes-Benz C-Class 63 AMG. This is a Kyosho. And this particular car I've already had in my collection once. And well, not so regrettably, but I did trade it away. I traded it to Paul Rosell. I think this is the exact same one. Here's the colors it would have been available in. A white, a black, and a silver. And this one is the black one. And it looks fantastic in black. I actually took photos of this a while back, and I really liked the photos I took of it. And then Paul Rosell wanted to trade me something for it. And I'm kind of forgetting what it was. I think it was like there was a Trans Am White Lightning, Johnny Lightning, and something else he threw into. Pretty sure that's what it was. And here's what we get. This thing is actually really sweet. I'm not a huge Mercedes fan by any means, but this is just a really cool Kyosho to have. I kind of want to get a Kyosho for every, make that they put out, and this will be my one Mercedes probably, unless eventually down the road I get a G-Wagon, because that would be pretty cool to get one of those. But this is really awesome. It is very highly detailed. You got your lens detail up front. You got lens detail in the back. Just a really solid Kyosho piece. Very, very nice. So glad to add that to the Kyosho collection for sure. And then we got these 2 things. 2 Tomica limited vintage Neos. We're going to start with this one here. This is a Mitsubishi Galant. Go ahead and open it up. He recently got this, and I think he recently got that Mercedes from someone else. I forget the guy's Instagram name, but he's got a great collection of TLV. But you should watch the video where he got the Ultimate RAOK. This was in it, as well as that Mercedes was in it, and those green machines actually too. And he forwarded those to me. That dude's got an insane collection, so you should definitely check it out. But Travis already had this car, so he decided to throw it into a trade for me. Look at that thing. I love it. It's an orange. The funny thing about this is I almost bought one of these off of eBay. I just really liked the color of it. I thought it looked really cool and unique, being that it's like a pretty bright orange. Definitely probably would be the only TLV that I get that's this color orange. Just a really cool piece. So he already had this one, so he wasn't really hurting when he gave it up. That thing is stellar. My Tomica Limited Vintage collection is slowly growing lately, and I can't wait to get. I did pre-order the Ferrari F40. I bit the bullet and got that right away from Japan Booster when I could, because that's going to be the cheapest you'll ever find it, is by pre-ordering it through them. I kind of regret it, but I did not get the other 2 Ferraris. I should have, but I just did not have the cash at the time. I should have done it anyway, though. I should have figured out a way and got them, because now they're way more expensive than they were when they were pre-ordered. But that's a topic for another day. When we do get to look at those my F40 will be coming very, very soon. I'll probably do a standalone video just on that car. And then he sent me this. This is a Nissan Cedric. Pretty cool piece. He just kind of threw this out. He's like, "Are you interested in this?" I'm like, "Really? I'm interested in any Tomica Limited Vintage. There's really not one that I guess I wouldn't like to have, no matter how boring the car." Because the cool thing is when you get these, you just kind of discover how cool this bland, this seems like a bland little sedan car, but looking at it already, and I peeked at it before this video, it just really looks awesome. It's a really cool sedan car. Like, it's just got great detail. I mean, it makes such a cool diorama car because it's just kind of like a basic car. Let's see, what year is this car? Do they say on the bottom here? Nissan Cedric. It does not say. It's got to be a fairly new one because it's copyright date 2018. I wonder where he got this one from. He might have got this one from the Toy Pimp. Not sure. I'm not sure if it was in that box that he got from that guy or not. I don't think it was. This thing is awesome, though. It is actually really cool. So that will join my Tomica limited vintage collection that is slowly growing. And I do got to say, I mean, they're different. You know, every premium diecast brand has its own little quirks and features. Kyosho is definitely amazing. And as far as I'm concerned, I'm going to still say that Kyosho is probably the best bang for the buck when it comes to premium detailed diecast. And the most reason why I say that is because there's a lot of really cool cars that are put out as Kyoshos. There's multiple series of Ferraris. There's a lot of stuff that I like. TLV is amazing and has amazing detail, and it's all metal, and it's got the suspension, and they're beautifully done. They're a little bit more expensive than Kyoshos generally, and they don't come out with as many. It's mostly, you know, Japanese nostalgic cars, which makes sense, but with the exception of these new Ferraris that are coming out in the occasional Euro car. But so they're great, but they don't come out with as many cars that interest me, I guess. So, but you never know. When you get something like this, I'm like, oh wow, I'm actually interested in this car. It is pretty cool. And I've got a couple of Tomica limited vintages that are like that. It's not a car that I ever thought I would be excited about, but when you get it in your hand, I'm like, wow, that is a really cool little piece of diecast. So, all right, so that's going to be it for this episode, guys. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you again, Travis at Heavy Metal 164, for hooking me up with another sweet box of awesome diecast, which is just, it's typical to this channel. We get boxes from him quite often. So, very awesome, very much cool. Thank you very much. Have a good day.